What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you something very exciting, and it's been a while since I uploaded, but there's two reasons for that. Number one, my hard drive actually died. It was a brand new hard drive I got at the beginning of this year, and it actually took a dump on me, and I lost all of this year's worth of content. Some of that I had already uploaded, some of that I had filmed and it was on that hard drive, and then it's gone. I could do data recovery, but that's super expensive and not really worth it for me. So you will see some videos sprinkled here and there that I did have saved that are from the past, but I do have some stuff that was still actually on the SD card of this camera that I've been filming recently, so you will get some recent videos. So that, and number two is, ever since I moved here about a year ago, a little over a year ago now, I didn't really have a good space to work on cars. And I did have the yard, which I got some work done in. I couldn't use my carport because the Datsun was in the carport, and to me it was really important to keep that shell as pristine as I could, because there's only a small bit of rust about this big on the floorboard, so I really wanted to preserve that shell until I got it into a good space where I could work on it. I didn't really have a good space in the yard to work on it, you know, always getting rained on, getting sunnied on, if that's a thing. It being 100 degrees outside and super humid, not enjoyable to both be filming and working in. So I haven't really had a good place to work on these cars and film these cars, and something I've been working on a long time has finally come to fruition. I was going to do it when I lived in Charleston, and then I moved down here. So what better way to explain it than to show you? Let's take a look. Finally built the shop. So this is my shop, and I actually already filmed this video, but like I said, I lost all that footage, so bear with me. The shop is a little dirty since I have been using it, but I tried to clean up a little bit just for this video. The shop itself is a 24 by 36, which isn't too large, but I mean, you can see for yourself, it's fairly large, and given the space that I had to work with before, A, no space / in the yard, and B, before when I was living with my parents in Charleston, I had one half of their 2-car garage to work in. So I finally have my own space. This was actually the max size that I could really go with on my property, because there is one oak tree, and there was also another oak tree about right where the Datsun is. That oak tree was rotting on the inside, and it was ready to come down anyway. So I had that tree removed, and that opened up a lot of space in the backyard, which I promptly filled with cars. But the end game, the end goal, was to build a shop here. And I actually, when I was looking for houses when I first moved down here, my number one criteria, before I even looked inside the house, anything, I walked to the backyard and I said, can I put a shop back here? If not, next house, not even worth looking at. Because I knew from the get-go, like I said, in Charleston, I wanted to build one, and I ended up moving down here. So that was the next move. I knew I wanted to build a shop, so I made it happen. It is a little bit messy because I've been working in here, but we've got the motors for the assorted cars, some interior bits from some cars that I've picked up, and since the last video, I've actually got quite a few more cars for stellar deals nonetheless, so it was worth it, but I'll have to do some update videos. Currently in the shop, I'm working on the S13. A buddy recently, Connor, with the white S14. You'll be seeing him in some future videos, and actually he was in the previous video where we picked up that S14, so watch that. But he made me a bet not long ago, because we just went to a drift event, super good time. Obviously I wasn't driving, and he wasn't either, but we got to do some ride-alongs and whatnot. But we were talking and tinkering in the garage, and he said, you know what, Austin, I'll bet you by the end of the year, for a set of tires, I'll bet you that you can't get that done ready for end of the year bash. An end of the year bash is a drift event at the end of the year. Who'd have thought? It's a huge drift event for everyone to come to, thrash their cars, whole shebang. So he bet me for a set of tires, set being 2, to go drifting. Still a nominal bet that I couldn't get this done. So I have approximately 90 days. I've been filming work on it so far. The data is on my SD card, so it's safe. But I've been cranking on this a little bit. Already got the dash out, which I'll be doing a video on. Not taking the dash out, but I want to flock the dash and do all that snazzy business. So I'm not cutting corners, but I am trying to be hasty with this build, seeing as it's very limited. But this will have its own videos. That's not what this video is about, so I won't get too deep into it. Oh, over here I've got the Datsun. So for those of you that have been on the channel a while, back to the bus days, which people still ask a lot about. No, I do not have the bus. I did sell the bus because it needed a lot of work, rust work, and I was going to do that myself and put it on the channel, but just the space I had to work with wasn't the best, being at my parents' house. The HOA was really getting on me for doing work outside, and the bus hardly fit on the inside of the garage, so wasn't able to get a lot of work done. And honestly, my true passion for cars, in the most part, Volkswagens are fun, and I really love Volkswagens. I love Beetles. Actually got a Beetle that I don't think ever made it to the channel because I only had it for less than a month. I ended up selling it because, once again, got too deep in over my head with a project. My real passion is with these. Just these old Nissans, old Japanese cars, quirky cars, and yes, that's why I love the bus. It's quirky, it's fun, and you know, it has that cult following that was super fun, and in that family-like atmosphere when you went to shows. So for all the people out there that came for the bus, I'm sorry, I did sell the bus, but please stick around because great things are coming, and who knows, maybe another bus someday. But yes, the Datsun. This is my baby. This is a 260Z. It's a 74, VIN number 49, which makes it sort of special. I know what I want to do with it, but not all the specific details. I am doing an RB26 swap with single turbo. Should get pretty rowdy. They came from the factory with about 140, 150 horsepower, so this thing should boogie pretty nice when it's together. Like I said, it was rust free other than that one spot on the floorboard down there, but I'm not worried about that. Overall, the shell is super clean, and I'm super excited to finally have a place to tear into this. Walking around the shop, I got a good old CB. The reason that you guys haven't seen this is because the project sort of stalled. I got it all the way to being able to run, but the clutch wasn't working right. There's actually a little mechanism when you pull the clutch lever. It's missing some pieces inside there, so I really didn't go through the hassle of trying to figure that stuff out. It's really not that hard of a hassle, but also the forks on this thing are super pitted, and I don't know if I trust that on the road. I wouldn't really trust my life behind it. So it's been sitting. I don't really want to get rid of it because that was my first motorcycle. Even though it didn't ever really run on the road, I still love it, and I would like to redo it someday more properly because I did a lot of things wrong the first time around. I got all these shelves which are partially blocked by hoods and doors and more hoods. There's a hood behind that hood, but yeah, I have all my parts that I need, 240 stuff, 240 SX, Toyota stuff, Honda stuff, yada yada yada. Both these shelves are going to be fully for Datsun stuff. And finally, as another huge success, something about having this shop up is I can finally move all the stuff out of my house. I don't know if you've seen previously in other videos, but my house was full of parts. So my office literally stacked to the roof. I had enough room for my little desk and my chair, and other than that I was completely surrounded by Datsun parts. And my back, it's supposed to be a guest room or a second room for someone to be sleeping and living in, but that was also full of parts. So now that that's clear, hopefully get a roommate in there that is a car person and likes cars, maybe a buddy or something. Moving along to the back here, we got the two beautiful Nissans, and I have this air compressor I actually got for free. A guy at work was throwing it away. There's a couple little things wrong with it. This is sheared off, but hey, for free, I'll take it. Can't deny free. I've had that for a while. Back here, have the tools and whatnot, my toolbox. Also got that shelf for free, someone throwing it out at work, and that little doohickey there. But that's parts washer that needs a new pump. And my end game is to have a nice workbench along the back here. Maybe have a separate thing outside for the air compressor that's insulated, then I can just run lines inside. But as you can tell, currently I'm running off some Harbor Freight LED lights, and I'm actually super happy with these lights and the output they have. I only have 4 up right now. Camera won't focus on my face. The camera doesn't pick it up well. It does seem a little dark in here, and it is a little dark, especially in the corners right now, but this is just temporary. They're $23 on sale, and so I bought 4 of them. I'm probably going to buy a couple more just for now and hang them up, and it gives me plenty of light to work, so I don't have the excuse, oh, it's dark outside, I can't work. No excuses. Time to get stuff done. So that is just temporary. I do, however, want to either this fall or this winter have electricity run to the shop, because that's the reason I have those up, is I don't have electricity in the shop. It's just running off an extension cord, which isn't the safest, but it's only a few LED lights and a fan. Don't worry guys, I've done the research. I'm not going to overload a circuit. But this winter or this fall, I do want to run electricity out here, get 220 out here so I can run a welder, this, that, and the other, because for this S13 I'm definitely going to need a welder. That'll be nice because then I'll get proper lights hung and whatnot, and it'll be looking real nice, real good for the camera, real good for the studio, the set, because I do want to set this up with a more professional feel. I do want to be able to have nice almost episodes in here where I can film content in batches and make nice series and this, that, and the other. So I have a vision for what I would like this to be, and this was a huge step in the right direction. There's honestly not a whole bunch else I can show you other than the exterior of the shop. I've been tinkering away in there, getting work done on some things. I cleaned up a little bit for this video, but now I finally have a place. Oh, I'm running into stuff. And this is the yard right now. Some of the things that I need to make a video on, because there's an E30 under there, which you guys don't know about. There's an E30 right there, which you don't know about. Sylvia's right there, which you know about. And Connor's car, obviously. But I'd like to clean this up. MR2's out front, stuff like that. So is the EG. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I know it's been a long time coming, and there hasn't been a lot of videos uploaded lately, but that's about to change. Got a new hard drive that hopefully I can trust this time, and I've got some content on the way. Already started tearing into some stuff, so be looking for that. Be sure to like this video, comment down below, and subscribe so you get notified. Click that bell icon so it does notify you when videos like these come out and videos on the projects. So thank you guys again so much. It's been a journey, and it's going to be a wild journey going forward, so stay tuned.